Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Michelle if you're new here. Today I'm going to be showing y'all how we made this brooder. So it's been a few years now that we've gotten into hatching our own birds, and we started out hatching chickens and then we moved on to hatching quail, and we've really been enjoying that. I know some of y'all come to my channel for homesteading and family life and things like that, and occasionally I have builds like this and I like to share the things that we're building on the property because they do go with our homesteading life. So if you're not into these types of videos, I understand, and I will see you on my next video. Also, if you're new here, I hope you'll click that red button and subscribe. So I'm just gonna jump into this and show y'all how we built this brooder. I have 4 2x2s here, and I cut them down to 64 inches and measured 15 inches in between 4 sections of the board, and the last part has 4 inches for the bottom to be supported and off the ground some. I cut my long pieces from my 1x2s, and I wanted this brooder to be 4 foot wide, but I didn't take into account the width of the 2x2s, and so I didn't subtract that from the 48 inches. So I should have cut my boards to 44 inches. Learn from my mistake, otherwise you'll be making a lot of alterations like I had to. And I made the same mistake with the width as well. I wanted it to be 20 inches. I did not subtract the 4 inches from the 2x2s, and so I should have cut it down to 16 inches as well. Here are all my pieces cut, and now I'm going to start drilling pocket holes into these and these over here, and then we're going to drill those into these 2x2 by 64 inches. Now comes the part where we're going to assemble this, and I feel like it was pretty easy. It's like building a ladder. It did definitely help to have my husband there because he does end up giving me a hand. Once we got the structure assembled, my husband went ahead and cut a sheet of 1/4 inch plywood, and we basically made it the length and the width of this unit here, which was 4 foot by 60 inches. Now we went ahead and put a support beam in the middle so that the weight of the wood chips when the chicks are in here would not weigh it down and cause it to bow. And I used a pocket drill hole to secure it to both ends here, and then I put the sheet of plywood. I ended up using, I think it was 1/4 inch plywood here, and I started out using screws, but we found out that the staples worked really well, and so we started using them after we realized that. So I wanted to recommend that to y'all. I also added more support on the bottom to be able to support the weight of this because it is 4 tiers, and there will be quite a bit of weight in there, and I don't want any of it to bow. And then we put some boards on the side to be able to catch the wood chips when the chicks are in there, because I don't know if you know, chicks like to, pick the wood chips around and look underneath stuff trying to find things to eat, especially the quail. So this was a really good add-on. We are using it now, and we are seeing the benefits of this board right here. I would recommend that you put this on to keep your area clean. We also went with a fine mesh. I think it's only 1/4 inch, and we did that specifically because we're gonna have this inside of an area where my cats are, and I don't want my quail to be able to get their heads through and for the cats to be able to grab their head and basically pull it off. And then when we were assembling the door, we pocket jigged 2 of the pieces of wood, longer pieces lengthwise, and then we drilled it into the two side pieces. And when we were doing the door, we found that we needed to use shorter screws, and so on the door we used 1 inch, where on the main structure we used 1 inch and a quarter, and then put the mesh onto it. It was a really easy assemble, and so we didn't cut ourselves. My husband has this really cool handy dandy tool, and we bent over the edges of the wire. And in order to secure the hardwire cloth, we also stapled it into place. Now for the hardware that we used, I found a really good deal on Amazon for all these pieces here. It was super cheap, way cheaper than buying stuff that I would have gotten at Home Depot or Lowe's. And so I went ahead and bought in bulk here. And I'll leave a link in the description if you're interested in these hinges that we got, as well as the locks. They came, I think, in a pack of 10 each, or maybe more. I can't remember right now off the top of my head. But like I said, I'll post it down in the description and you can go look for that link. I'm really glad that we chose the wood that we chose. It's nice and sturdy. I know the boards seem like they're little and they wouldn't support anything, but when it all came together, like I said, it's sturdy, it's solid, and it's not all wobbly. And also it's affordable. I mean, with the price of 2x4s right now, or just wood in general, it's super ridiculous. So this is a really good option if you're not going for aesthetics and perfection and for things just to look really beautiful. That is not what I was going for. However, I'm not gonna lie, I do like how it turned out and I think it's pretty. We did have to add a small piece of wood behind the latch for the lock. That way it would catch. Otherwise, it just didn't reach into the hole. The hole was too close underneath the door. So that's how we remedied this. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed this video and it was helpful and informative. If you liked it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And also, if you're new here, I hope you'll click that red button and subscribe and stick around. And for my returning subscribers, thanks for coming back.